Well, good evening, everybody. This is Andy and Lee here on the Huffer Brothers Podcast, episode 2.
All right, let's dig in, dude. We got the legendary
The one and only
Ryan Farless on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, Ryan, how are you doing, dude?
I'm doing well, fellas. How are we doing tonight?
I'm hot.
Yeah, it's hot as hell in this damn RV, Andy.
Toasty.
Golly, the AC is on like I have a fever and I'm burning up in here.
The camper knew Ryan was coming because this episode is going to be HAWT hot.
Oh my god, it's gonna be hot. All right, well, let me go here real quick.
I'm going to roll live stream on TikTok.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad.
It's going to be awesome.
So Ryan, how you been, buddy?
I've been good. How about y'all? Y'all been tearing it
Very
up since
well.
We've been hanging in there, man. Very well.
I've been very well.
Yeah, dude, we've been, we left Tootsie's. We play at Hank Jr.'s
Hey, you
bar.
listened to the last podcast, didn't you?
I did.
You heard about,
He was prepping for this show.
Yeah,
you heard about our big exit and all that, and
I did.
it was time to kick the rocks from that place.
I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, and yeah, you can say one thing about Tootsie's is that circuit everywhere, is known, but I think you boys are ready to move on,
Yeah, I know. I think we were too.
I agree.
Sometimes, like we did when we started going to Nashville, you got to take a bet on yourself.
Yeah.
And we're going to try it out. I feel like our show's good enough to play at any bar on Broadway, don't you, Lee?
Can't live in fear your whole life.
Absolutely not. But, we'll dive more into that later.
So,
That could be a whole podcast in itself. Anyways.
Just a bunch of shit talking.
Yeah.
Well, so we played at Hank Jr.'s bar for the first time this weekend.
Okay, so let's go ahead because on the last podcast we talked about Friends in Low Places bar.
Yes.
So for all the listeners out there and watching at home, we just want to let y'all know that last Tuesday when we did this episode, we had no idea what was going to happen. We thought we were going to have the weekend off. So let's fast forward.
I was supposed to be in Panama City.
We uploaded our first episode of the podcast last week. Well, the following day, which would be Wednesday, I get a call from a GM over there at Hank's on New Bar on Broadway.
Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah. Hank Williams Jr.'s Boogie Bar. That's what it's called. So I get a call.
Music song.
So he called me and he understood that we were interested in trying to play there. And while I was on the phone with him, we was discussing details and all that and what days we wanted to play and all that. Middle of the call, he said, "Hey, my regular Thursday night girl just canceled. She's sick. Can y'all fill in this Thursday and Friday?" And I was like, "Ooh, absolutely we can." So, this past weekend, or Thursday night and Friday night, we played at Hank Williams Jr.'s Boogie Bar. So, Lee, I want to hear from you on your first experience at a new Broadway bar that wasn't associated with Tootsie's, and what you thought about the weekend.
I'm not going to lie. It was kind of, I felt like I was cheating on Tootsie's at the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, but once we, about an hour into the set, I kind of got a little loose. But
Yeah.
at Hank Jr.'s bar, it is like Rippy's on steroids.
Rippy's on steroids.
Yeah,
I like that.
if you go to that Rippy's side room, it's like it's like that, but better.
Absolutely. Well, Rippy's doesn't have a balcony or mezzanine, whatever you want to call it.
That's what I'm saying. Like at Hank Jr.'s bar, it's on Broadway, main floor, first floor. All goes, how far would you say back?
Pretty good ways.
It goes a pretty good ways back. And then it has a balcony on the top where you can have people sitting on top watching you. It wasn't in probably, 45 minutes into the show, we had somebody throwing ones on us already.
It was the first song.
Was it?
It was the first song we played because we looked up
I had no idea.
and I thought like it was raining.
It was once.
It was like, God dang, someone done got the forecast. Here we go. Purple rain, purple rain.
I wish it would rain in here. It's hot as fuck in here. Sorry, I can't use the F word on here. What I meant to say was it's hot as in here.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, Granny.
we're trying to refrain from Lee cussing.
It's tough. Rome wasn't built in a day, baby.
We will get there. All right, I promise you, we will get there.
Speaking of cussing, you remember that girl? Video me for this, Andy. Ryan, you got your phone?
Yeah.
Here, video that. Yeah, here, video
We
this.
got a whole camera dude today.
Oh, hey, look, say hey to everybody, Andrew. Y'all, we got Andrew Stevens here. He's our cameraman. Wait. Hey, look, hold on. We're going to make some noise for him.
Yeah, all right. Namaste.
Yeah, so I got a it was a unique experience that happened to me the other night. So you remember that cross-eyed girl that was in the stands or whatever, or she was in the crowd watching?
Yeah, dude, she kept running around to everybody. She tried to run up on the stage.
Dude, so she started in the very back where the bathrooms are, and she ran up to the stage, elbowed these girls out of the way, and just like did this right here. She was like, "Hello." Yeah. And I was like, "What are you doing?" Like, she literally did nothing. I thought she was gonna like jump on the stage, rush Andy or something. But so
I was fine with her until she came up and started grabbed the tip bucket and started beating it on the stage. I'm like,
she knocked my power cord out from my pedal
I was
board.
like, what in the roll tide is going on here? Like, but anyway, sorry.
She let's see here. I was walking with the tip bucket in the back.
You were. This is after she had beat the crap out of the stage with our tip bucket.
I was walking with the tip bucket, and this cross-eyed girl, she comes up to me. She's like, "I think I'm going to take you home." And I was like, well, this is no shit. I said it on the microphone. Andy can vouch for me. I said, "Well, honey, I'd love to go home with you, but it looks like you're seeing somebody on the side."
And I'm telling you, this is my immediate reaction. Keep in mind, this is our first time playing at a new bar. Our first show. Very first show. And I'm sitting on the microphone. I'm like, oh, no. We're going to get fired on our first day here.
We're not going to get canceled at Hank Jr.'s bar.
I was going to say, he said a lot worse.
Yeah, but still, like,
I highly encourage everybody to go on YouTube and look up Drunk Hank Jr. Singing Family Tradition.
country music singers.
It is the greatest thing you'll hear that day. I promise you.
Hey, we got a question on TikTok Live. Who is y'all's favorite Rippy's employee? Sorry, it's definitely Joey.
Yeah, is that him on there?
No, it is Jay Roper 2.
Oh, screw Jay. He's the Memphis guy.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
But yeah, so that
Love you though, dude.
other than the cross-eyed lady, it was a pretty good night. We actually made the same amount of money we would have made at Honky Tonk Central or Tootsie's.
And we got out a whole hour earlier.
Yeah, we got done early. We got done earlier. I sound like Moose Mouth. Sorry,
Who sounds like Mush Mouth?
I did. I went. What are we doing right now?
Well, we're talking about our Hank experience over the weekend. But dude, I will say this: great staff. You know,
Except Taylor Donito, she's not that good.
I mean, there's room for improvement. Yes, but
She made me the worst old fashioned I've ever had in my entire life.
didn't you rate hers like an 8 or 9?
She gave me a good
something?
one when she was bartending at Whiskey River, but when she was bartending at Hank's, it didn't get no big rock,
No big rock.
no bitter. Couldn't taste the bitters hardly. No orange peel.
Well,
It just tasted like watered down shit. I mean, sorry, watered down. Wait, wrong button.
I think that's pretty accurate.
Watered down.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey, so for the people that don't know, where is Hank Williams located at on Broadway? What bar is it close to?
so it's it's in between Rippy's Barbecue and Friends in Low Places in that Idell area. I think it's a couple doors down from Rippy's,
It's like right beside
like Mellow
AJ's.
Mushroom.
Yeah.
AJ's. Okay.
Because their sign, I've passed by it. It's not a big like front door. You know, like
No,
Aldean's and
you
some of them
gotta-
have big front
Yeah.
door. Friends in Low Places. Hank Williams Jr.'s bar is not like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of a smaller thing.
Well, it used to be Crossroads, and we played a bootleg show there back in like the end of 2021 or something like that.
Yeah, I was nervous the whole show.
Oh, bad.
See, okay, Lee, why were you nervous? Tell me why.
Well, you know, Tootsie's, they only like if you play at Tootsie's, you can only play at their bars, which Tootsie's circuit is consisted of Tootsie's, Honky Tonk Central, Rippy's, and Kid Rock's. And they have a few marinas and a golf course. So if they find out that you're playing somewhere else, they don't like that.
You're fired.
And I'm not making this
Well,
up.
Actually, all depends on who you are if you get fired or not.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a few that get to play other places, but most of the people can't.
Yeah, that's right. But it's all good, you know.
But look, hey, we played somewhere else besides St. Junior's this past week. We had to play at Whiskey Jam.
Whiskey Jam.
Yeah, dude, Whiskey Jam. You want to talk to him about that?
That was this week?
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh. Did we? I thought we talked about this on the last podcast.
No.
Oh, we didn't? Okay, never mind. No, we didn't. Okay. Whiskey Jam. So.
Oh, my God.
Was he on the last podcast?
You wouldn't think so, would you?
Bro, I can't remember. Like, I barely remember what I had for
Remember
lunch.
last podcast, we were all about, we're just going to talk about what we're going to do. We're not going to get into anything just yet. Remember that, asshole?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so we played our first Whiskey Jam. It was on a Thursday. We were the last act to play. And for those of y'all that are listening that don't know what Whiskey Jam is, it is a original music showcase that happens on Broadway. It's been around since 2011. They used to do it at Losers in Midtown, right? Was it Losers or Winners?
Winners.
Winners, not Losers. Happened at Winners in Midtown, and they just recently moved to Whiskey Row on Broadway, which is Dirks Bentley's bar.
Dirks. Me and Ryan got drunk at Dirks one night.
Yep. And many other places.
Yeah,
But,
we did.
All of your major, like a lot of your major mainstream artists have come through Whiskey Jam. I think I read something last night. We went last night. They had it at a different location. And I think on the wall it said like 44 out of like 50 number one hits right now all came from Whiskey Jam or something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the Academy.
That's right.
The Academy Country Music Association.
But we played our first showcase there, which it's hard to get in, but
There's a lot of people that want to play Whiskey
a
Jam.
lot. I'd say there's probably thousands worldwide that want to play Whiskey Jam.
And you see all these players on Broadway that wear the Whiskey Jam hat, and I'm just like, I told myself I would never wear a Whiskey Jam hat until we played. So we finally played there. I got me a Whiskey Jam hat. Life is good.
That's right. I got mine on.
Bam!
Hey, so at the Whiskey Jam, did y'all do covers or did y'all get to do a lot of your own music?
We did all, like, it's an original showcase.
Okay.
So when I say original, that means the music that we have written.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, everybody played there, did their own songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
There-
pretty
like
sure
there's people there, so even if you wrote a song for somebody, like there was a girl there that wrote a song for Florida Georgia Line. She sang it, that Sunday song, "Getting My Sundays On."
Okay, cool.
that same chick also sang Stupid Boy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that Keith Urban recorded.
wow.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
So when y'all are doing this original shows, because y'all are used to doing covers, on the Tootsie Circuit, that's what they really aim for. Is there a difference in performing covers versus originals for
Well,
y'all?
You got this one.
I mean, I would say, the dynamic of our Broadway show versus our original show is a little bit different. I mean, granted, it's still music. We're still playing the songs.
It's just the only thing is nobody knows your song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of awkward at first. But when we played Bottled Up and Jack, there was people in the crowd that knew it. And so that made me feel good.
Well, there
Oh,
was a
that's
lot
cool.
of people at Whiskey Jam that came just to see us play.
yeah.
Oh, very
we
cool.
had some friends from Orlando come up.
Some Nashville people.
Andy, get your damn
My
dog.
dogs has entered the building. Come here, Hank.
Uh-oh.
Come here.
Riley Green's got Carl. We got Hank. Hank, we played at your bar, buddy.
Everybody say hi to Hank.
Uh
He is one of my baskets.
oh, he is erecting right now, Andy.
Is he?
He is erecting. Put that shit down.
He can smell all the meat
Andy,
sweats
get
on
out
here.
of there. Y'all get out. Go. Go.
Hey, buddy.
Hit the bricks, dogs.
Damn, Andy.
Madison, I know you're watching. Come get the dogs.
Did you not see that little pee erect? It
Oh, I did.
No, I missed it.
was a little red. I was like, why is that shit turning red? He got hard rubbing up on you, man.
He's just happy to see me, I guess.
Dude, so my ginger ale was cold when I got it out of the refrigerator. It's room temperature now.
Oh, I bet it's hot in here.
It's burning up in here,
It
dude.
is warm.
But it's okay. You know why? The show must go on.
So we're talking about where we are now in the band and everything we've covered the past 2 weeks. Let's take it back a notch.
All right.
But first, we want to give a little minute to shout out our sponsors. Let me see. I got to read this script here. Andy,
Lee,
do you like playing poker?
whenever I get the chance to, yes.
Ryan, do you like playing poker?
Love poker.
So if you're in the Murfreesboro area, which is about 30 minutes from Nashville, go check out the Murfreesboro Poker League. They play every Thursday at Panther Creek at 6, Saturday at Hooters at 12, Thursday at 12 or at 6.
Hold on, start over.
They play shit. All right, they play Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Chili's.
At Chili's in Murfreesboro.
Chili's in Murfreesboro. They play Thursday at Panther Creek Brews. Saturday they play at Hooters at 12. And then Thursday at 6 p.m. At Hooters.
What time at Panther Creek Brews?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. You forgot that.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
So that's a lot of poker that's played through the week.
Yep.
I just might have to go do that.
They are sponsor of this podcast.
We probably should go do that if they're sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah, we should probably go play. He did message me about some shirts.
I know I've got them. I've just got to get them to him. I don't want to mail them because, nobody wants to pay for a stamp. Okay. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Jeff Pooley, for the sponsor. And y'all go check out the Gamblers League.
It's not the Gamblers League.
Oh, it's not?
Poker League.
It's the Murfreesboro Poker League.
Okay, go check out the
Andy,
Murfreesboro.
Andy, we are this thing up.
Bad.
That's our first, ad.
Where did I show you Gamblers
And we're going to
League
owe
at?
them money.
Yeah, really. Where did I show you Gamblers League?
Yeah, okay.
Stupid. All right, so let's take it back, Andy. Everybody asks, when did the band start?
How much time we got?
Well,
we're good.
we've only been doing it for 15 minutes.
So we got 45 more minutes. So, all right, for everybody that we've got listeners all over the country. I looked at the stats this week. This is kind of cool. So for a lot of the local people that know,
they already know what happened.
I'm gonna share this anyway. So 2018, we were 21. We had just turned 21 going into that summer.
As the Moore County Sheriff's Department said, we had more heat on us than Miami football.
Yeah, sure did.
God bless.
That was for when Andy was running for mayor.
Jesus Christ.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah,
We
we'll
can
do
save that
later.
for another podcast.
Okay.
God almighty. But anyway, so 2018, we had just turned 21. 11 days after turning 21, I get fired from Jack Daniels. And I didn't know what I was going to do with my life because I had skipped out on college to go work at Jack Daniels like everybody else.
Yeah.
So I had no direction, no... Casey Barham just commented Huffer in big letters.
Wear that hat, please.
I'm not wearing that hat.
Dude, whatever.
All right, I tell you what. When we reach 100 subscribers, I'll wear the hat.
How many subscribers do we got right now?
55.
Oh, shoot. We can get 45 more.
So anyway,
About to make calls.
so I just got fired from Jack, and I had no direction on what I was going to do with my life. So started working for this guy who was a youth pastor, and I was helping him with the church as like a youth pastor's aide or something like that. And then I was working with him at his business. He owns his own construction business. So I did that, and I was like down to my last dollar. Like I was broke. Like I was at church saying, I don't know how I'm going to make it home from church because I have no money for gas.
Been there.
It was like, it was the lowest of lows. So then me and you start out of nowhere we became big Luke Combs fans at that time.
Dude, Hurricane is my favorite song. I was singing that song. That was the only song I would play for days.
And we kept like putting videos of singing Luke Combs covers on Facebook and, other songs too, but mostly Luke Combs, and we were just goofing off or
Keith
whatever.
Whitley.
Yeah. So every year I would always help this guy out at the fair and the Bedford County Fair. He would do a barbecue stand, and he'd always call me to come help him run a stand. He said this year, bring your guitar, and in between lunch crowds, play your guitar to try to draw a crowd back in.
That ain't gonna bring nobody in.
So we just made it through lunch, and it had like a little dead period. And I'm sitting here playing the guitar. I'm sitting on a cooler, and then one of the fair board members comes up to me.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Easy killer. It was Jerry Lynn. She came up to me and was like, no, it was Jim Ed, her husband. Jim Ed came up to me and was like, you know what, you sound all right. You want to open for so-and-so tomorrow night? And I was like, sure, why not?
Who was the guy you opened up for?
Dude, I'd be lying if I said I could remember.
I don't remember either.
It was some old dude in a cowboy hat. That's all I remember.
That sang Buck Owens.
Yep. So I asked him, I said, well, I've got some other friends that play music too. You care if they come? And he said, well, bring them on, more the merrier. Dylan Tosh, I don't like you. I'm just kidding. I love you, dude. He said, I'm glad your phone still works.
Focus.
Sorry. So we show up and play that night, me and you and Patrick and Ethan Frame, and then our dad, Tommy Huffer. We all played an hour there at the fair.
What did that band consist of?
It was 3 acoustic guitars.
Because I didn't know how to play the fiddle yet.
No, this was the 5-piece band. 3 acoustic guitars, a drum, and you.
A singer, yep.
Our band was.
We didn't have any bass. We didn't have any fiddle.
We didn't have a bass. We didn't have an electric guitar.
We didn't have a fiddle.
So
we still don't have a fiddle.
Amen to that. So I remember we played that show, got paid $10 a piece, and we were like, dang, we made some money.
We gonna make it home on some gas.
And then after we got through playing, we were packing up, and this dude came up to you, right?
Yeah, dude from the Hitching Post. He's like, do you guys play at bars? He had probably 3 cans of dip in his mouth. And he was like, do you guys play at bars? And I was like, we've never done it. And at that time, I really cared what people thought. I was like, if we play at bars, people might judge us.
Up till then, I had never been in a bar.
Well, I went been to a few bars. But
I have not.
But
the Hitchin' Post was the first bar I went in.
That is sad.
At least you went into a winter.
Yeah.
How long did you know how to play guitar at that point? How long have you been playing?
Well, it wasn't all that great. I played a little bit.
What are you talking about?
I played a little bit in high school. I probably knew 7 songs in high school. But the longer you do something, the better you're going to get at it. So I will say.
One would think.
So we got booked to play at the Hitchin' Post that next week. Hey, how many songs you know on the fiddle? You want to fight?
Yeah.
Let's fight. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
Where's it at?
My Dixieland.
Anyway, so we get scheduled to play at this bar. They paid us $250.
The Hitchin' Post, located off Warner Bridge Road in Will, Tennessee.
You talking about back then? It's not like that anymore. But that was a messed up place.
Oh, I bet.
You talking about going in there? It didn't look good. Now they redone it. Now it looks great. Now, you walk in there, it's actually not a bad bar to go to. Now that penalties ain't there anymore.
Right.
But yeah, so we played that, and it just kind of snowballed from.
It clicked because whenever that big old guy that said hey to you and wanted you to come play at the bar, it clicked for me when he said, y'all need to get with the booking lady to come back and play again. It clicked in my head at that moment. I'll never forget it. That's when it clicked in my head, hey, we could really do something with music. And then, so naturally, we go to work.
I never wanted to be in a band, ever. I was welding. I was working at Frankie and TIG welding for a living.
Yeah.
I thought Frankie was going to be where I was going to work at the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Thank God I left there.
So, but we got to work after that. When I say got to work, we started grinding with music.
We made a Facebook
we were
page.
trying to, started building social medias.
Having rehearsal over at Patrick and Ethan's house.
We practiced 3 days a week at Patrick and Ethan's place.
What was that restaurant they owned down there in Lynchburg that y'all
Barbecue
practiced at?
Caboose.
Barbecue Caboose.
The cafe.
Cafe, baby.
Dude, remember the early days where we played at, Andy?
Yeah.
What was your favorite place to play at in the early days?
So as I was saying, we got to work and we started I tried to get us into every single bar, restaurant, you name it, whatever it would take us to play.
He was messaging places, and oh shit!
I would get off. You muted me.
Now talk.
I would get off work, and because after I quit doing construction, I went to work at the co-op in Lynchburg. So I'd get off work at 4:30 every day, and I would just ride around and try to go talk face to face because with bar owners because I wasn't having any luck getting a reply back on Facebook or email or anything like that. So I just started driving around, talking to people, and going to different bars and locations.
Do you remember that day we got in Andy? We got in AJ's little van,
We rode east.
and we got in the car and we just drove straight. And every bar we passed, we got out, shot pool, drank a beer, talked business.
I didn't know where the direction we were going then, but now that I know the roads better, we head east. We left Lynchburg, went to Manchester, stopped at Prater's Barbecue,
We ended up in Georgia.
booked a gig there. We hopped on I-24, went to Mont Eagle, stopped at Mont Eagle, talked to them about playing at Jesse's Grill, and then we left that Jesse's Grill and went to the one in Kimball, Tennessee,
Yep.
and we played a show there. And we also played in, what was it, Jasper? Yeah, Jasper.
I remember those
At
days.
Lunchbox, the legend.
Those days, Mom, Papa, Grandma, and Steven and Donna would be the only ones at our shows.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Madison was at a few of them.
Yeah, but, that's... Can't really talk about that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
But yeah, from what we're doing now to what it was like then, I remember looking out into the crowd, seeing only 4 or 5 people, and it would be your family or friends. Like picking chicken was fun. Remember
Oh,
that?
I remember the
yeah,
picking chicken. Me, Sean, and the 3 other guys.
we had a 4-piece band at the Pickin' Chicken. It used to be War Trace, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about the Pickin' Chicken. So that bar out there, I remember they would pay us. We were a regular band there, and they would pay us $60, not a piece, but for the whole band. So you think
That's like what,
$15 a piece. And then before we quit playing at the Pig and Chicken, we added a 5th member to the band. Remember Alex, Patrick and
Yeah.
Ethan's brother?
Yeah.
And so I mean,
Yeah, I remember that.
you get down to a little over $10 a piece. But we always did great in tips there, remember? Because we had the Tennessee Alabama buckets.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that, Lee. You came up with that idea.
Yeah, so we really wasn't making any money on like playing gigs or anything. We'd make like $20, $30 at the most. And I was like, I got to think of a way to make some money. And I was sitting at a bar. Where was I? I think I was at London. And I was sitting there. Well, it was the Tennessee was playing somebody. Like, I give $20 for Tennessee to score right now. I'm thinking, hold up. Let's do that. Let's get a bucket and get an Alabama Tennessee bucket. Feed off the rivalry. Whichever one had the most money in it by the end of the show, either in the show with Sweet Home Alabama or Rocky Top.
So when you say a Tennessee Alabama bucket, what do you mean?
We had a Tennessee and Alabama bucket. Like a
describe it.
Damn it, Andy. We had an Alabama bucket.
What was the Alabama bucket?
It was fucking red with the Alabama logo on it.
So that's all you had to say.
What do you mean?
You gotta talk to the crowd like they have no idea what you're talking
I'm
about.
not talking to them like they're stupid.
No, but
I talk to you like you're stupid.
No, but you have to
Shut the hell up.
You have to paint the picture.
Okay, look, Tennessee fans. I had a Tennessee bucket.
It was orange.
It was baby blue.
No.
It was baby blue.
It was the Pat Summitt bucket.
It had gonorrhea all over it.
Okay.
You idiot. It was we had a Tennessee bucket, which was orange with a Tennessee logo.
Not
on.
everybody knows that though.
That's true.
Okay, guys, this is how we do it.
You got
This is how we do it.
you got people listening from Washington State, from Kansas, from Pennsylvania.
If you don't know
They
Tennessee
know.
is orange, you're stupid.
Yeah, but they don't. What he is saying is that we had a Tennessee bucket.
Andy, they fucking got it already.
No, they don't.
I told them already.
You're an idiot. No, they don't.
Oh, welcome to the Andy Hoofer Show.
Welcome to the Lee Huffer Show, where he just assumes everybody knows what he's talking about.
God bless. Where's that? Andy!
All right. Get us
So-
back on track here. Okay, so I've got to ask, at this point in time, what was the biggest show y'all had played?
I'll let Andy go first. Go ahead.
The biggest show, I don't know. I mean, Broadway is pretty big.
No. At this point, what
while
we're
we were-
talking about.
while we were there?
Before Broadway.
You got to paint a
before the-
picture to him.
Yeah. I mean, you do.
Before the big time.
Well, let's see. I would say between 2018 and 19, we played the Lynchburg Music Fest.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah.
Barely.
I was there. We were both there barely for the first one.
Yeah.
I would say Lynchburg Music Fest.
Okay.
I mean, that's all a blur to me now looking back.
Yeah. Well, I remember the state y'all played right outside of Jack Daniels. Because I remember looking up and Jacob Bryan was out there about to start a tour, and y'all were out there playing.
We were like, Byram. I think the biggest show we've played so far is Whiskey Jam. Really.
Okay. But before the Broadway show, what was the biggest one? I guess, like, people-wise, not like,
not what the importance of the gig is.
Not the importance of it. Like,
shoot, that's easy. I would definitely say the Hard Dock.
Hard Dock.
Dude,
Yeah, we had some wild nights out there. Especially when the Bondurance owned it.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole year. I remember we got paid to stay an extra hour.
Yeah.
That place was. I mean, I had to go to the hospital that night.
Pussy.
No, I did. I remember. Which I was having hernia problems and all that, dude. But I had to go to the hospital that night. That was.
When you feel
awesome.
a hernia full of beer, though, that's
Dude, I have to agree. The Hard Dock was nuts. We had that thing rocking.
Yeah.
That was that, and then I guess Twin Creeks kind of, but Hard Dock definitely blew Twin Creeks out of the
Definitely
water.
not Twin Creeks.
Twin Creeks was more of like a laid back vibe. It seemed like most of the time.
Not when we played there. Well, I mean, there was a few times.
You know, compared to the Hard Dock, because I seen videos of the Hard Dock days, and yeah, that dock was rocking.
It was.
That dock was rocking.
My favorite memory of you two at Twin Creeks was whenever Blanco Brown came out with the Get Up, and y'all two were out there. And we were taking a break, and y'all were out there dancing, doing the Get Up.
Man,
gonna do the two-stepping cowboy.
Dude, we used to do that everywhere we went. Back when we loaded down Whiskey Trail all the time.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
We were out in the parking lot doing it.
That's how we learned it was out there.
Dude, can I tell about a crazy story about me and Ryan? Please.
Yeah.
Is it okay, Ryan?
I guess I don't know what story it is.
The driveway.
Oh God.
Can I tell it?
Yeah, I guess.
If you don't want me to, I won't.
I mean, yeah, go for it. Might as well now.
So me and Ryan, this was back whenever he was going to Motlow, and we were hanging out with the Motlow people. We went to after party. We went to a buddy of ours, his house, his swimming pool, and we were drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking.
Were?
I remember we just got done playing a show at Whiskey Trail.
Yep.
And I was already pretty much gone then.
Yep, you were gone.
And you said, "Hey, buddy, come on, get in the truck.
Load up. We're out."
I remember got in your truck. I passed out on the way there.
Yep.
Woke up, got in my shorts, started swimming. We were jumping off the house, jumping off the roof into the pool.
Yep.
And we ended up taking one of our friends home to her house, and we dropped her off in Tullahoma. And I'm very inebriated at this point. Like, I was talking in cursive.
Yeah, yeah.
Talking in cursive.
Talking in cursive.
And I passed out, and then I wake up. It's like 4 a.m. I look at Ryan. He's asleep in the truck. I'm like, "Bro, we gotta go. He's like, "Oh, we're fine. So then we both go back to sleep. Then we wait. I'm over here. Ryan hits my shoulder. He's like, "Dude, it's 7 a.m. We gotta." Wait, shit. Damn it. We gotta go.
Why are you using that
get
blooper
out of
now?
here,
You
man.
ain't used it the whole show.
I'm trying to do better.
No, you ain't.
Parts better than none. But no, yeah, he's like, "We gotta go." I remember he took me to my truck that was parked at Whiskey
yeah.
Trail. And I drove, I couldn't even make it back to my house. I drove to Mom's house, stayed in her driveway until I sobered up. Yeah, it was, which Mom's house wasn't far.
Yeah. We had some good times.
Those were fun.
Yeah.
I mean, now granted,
And honestly, without those times, I feel like, I mean, that's where y'all started, you know? That was, I mean, shoot, before y'all even really got going and we knew who y'all were, that's kind of when I first met y'all.
Yeah, that's
to
what.
be honest.
I'd say when we met you, we were probably almost at a year into playing.
Yeah.
I remember the night I met Ryan.
Yeah, I remember that one.
We used to party with the Motlow people, and it was the Reagan house.
Yeah.
And that the driveway was too small,
The Motlow people. Who are the Motlow people?
The Motlow player, the softball team, baseball team.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my God. And then we would park at a church because the driveway was too small to fit all the damn cars. So we were, I'm with I forget who I was with, but Ryan picks me up. He's like, all right, all
You were
aboard."
Kendall. It was Kendall.
Kendall, yeah,
Yep,
Kendall and
yeah,
Sierra.
Yeah.
That made me cough too.
Ryan was like, all aboard. And it was him and Josh, 6'9". And I was like, hey, I'm Lee. And Ryan was like, hey, I'm up. And I said, hey, I encourage it.
I encourage it.
We're all like, it's going to be a hell of a night.
yeah.
Woohoo! We took off running. We got to that house, dude. There was so many good memories at the Reagan
That
house.
was a good memory. Hopefully the guy who owns that house doesn't listen to this podcast.
Oh, I
Poor
know,
house.
I know the guy.
Oh, I
owns
do
that.
too.
Oh,
Wait, Motlow don't own it anymore?
Motlow never owned it.
Motlow never owned
Your
it.
buddy Joey Quick owns it.
Oh, Joey.
Yeah, it was Joey.
Joey Quick, I love you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Do you not remember that's how we made the connection when we saw him in Panama City?
No, I had no
He
idea.
said,
I thought
he said, where are you boys from? I said, we're from Lynchburg. He said, man, I'm from Tullahoma. I said, hold on a minute. I know you. I
Yeah.
said, do you usually wear a visor? He said, yeah. I said, do you own property? Do you own houses in Tullahoma?
Joey owns all of Tullahoma.
He was like, yeah. I said, do you own houses that Motlow softball players live in? He was like, yeah. I said, I know
boy.
people that used to live with you. I know that. And then-
Yeah.
and every time I see Joey from now on riding around town, I saw him at the post office the other day. He waved
you look
real
up?
big. Yeah.
Joey's a tall guy.
Hey, I remember
He's all over 6'6".
he was
Oh, no.
screwing with us one night. He put $100 bill in an empty water bottle and said, here's your tip, and then put the empty water bottle in the tip bucket.
Yeah. I
Made
did.
it hard to get the money out, but we got it out. We had the knife. We cut it out.
So, yeah. We love you, Joey. Sorry if we messed up your house.
Hey, Lee, I got a question. I got a question for you two. So you know how we said that we was going to talk about all the hot topics trending right now, like we did Morgan Wallen last week?
We didn't do
yeah.
it. We didn't do it, Ryan.
No.
So do y'all remember this past week, since the last time we've conversated, O.J. Simpson croaked?
Who cares?
The Kardashians.
I mean, like, really, who cares? I don't care.
I saw something where his lawyers dropped like a lawsuit, like they,
$35 million.
Yeah, like they're not even fighting it no more.
Well, yeah, he's dead.
That whole situation was tough because he actually was a good football player, and then he just
Yeah, Morgan Wallen's a good singer, but they don't give you an excuse to do some up.
Yeah,
I said fucked up shit. But yeah, no, I mean, OJ died. Okay.
I just didn't know how you felt about it.
How do you feel about it, Ryan? He's a good football player.
yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
How do you feel
Next.
about it, Andy?
Hey, actually, I want to talk about something about like the
Yeah.
world going on, and I want y'all's opinion because I know Toby Keith meant a lot of y'all. What'd y'all think of the CMT tribute to Toby Keith?
Talking about like the Brooks and Dunn.
The Brooks and Dunn and the Sammy Hagar.
This is what I
And
thought
the,
about all of it.
Really?
Dude.
Not a fan.
no,
I wasn't big on it.
I mean,
I love Brooks and Dunn,
yeah.
but they messed up the words.
Yeah, that was
Definitely
bad.
the most iconic country music duo to ever walk the face of the earth. But that was absolutely awful.
I don't know. I think a lot had to do with the sound guy too, because all of them sounded a little weird.
Yeah.
Sound guy or not, I mean, you're still not singing on tempo. Like, you're not singing on beat. You're not. You just all over the place.
Don't like for shows and shit like that. Don't they have like click tracks in your ear?
Yeah, I mean, you can use a click anywhere. But
No,
yeah.
maybe they couldn't hear the click.
No, it's you can still hear the song though.
Right.
I mean, it was. It reminded me of Hank Jr. of his
Country.
drunk album. Yeah, I mean, dude, it was terrible. Like,
Can we listen to it?
Not right now.
Come on, I can play it right here.
All right, play like not all of it.
I'm not gonna play all of it, dude. This is the greatest thing you'll hear today.
I will say though, after hearing Sammy sing "I Love This Bar," I would have loved to seen him and Toby Keith at a bar, random bar.
Yeah.
Where's his bar at, in like Puerto Rico or something like that? I'd have loved to pull up there and seen Sammy Hagar and Toby Keith singing "I Love This Bar."
Yeah.
Drunk.
Rumor has it, I don't know how true it is, that he wrote it about Tootsies.
Toby did?
Yeah,
Really?
I
That's cool.
think I could be wrong though.
That's very cool.
All right, here. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Drunk Hank Williams Jr. I want to give y'all's thoughts about it.
Country music singer, always been a real close down lady.
Damn Lee.
What the hell? Is on some. Oh shit!
Some other boys and me.
I think I might be drunk too.
I guess it's because, Lord, I changed my direction.
Listen how slow that is.
Lord, I guess
Oh.
I went and broke the family tradition.
This is the best part.
Why do you drink? Why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the song? Over and over. Every cocksucker wanna make my prediction. 38-26. Well, if I get stoned, I'm the 5-time entertainer of the year, baby. That's the Monday Night Football tradition of your ass tradition.
Hey, John Daly does a good.
Oh, bro, yeah. Oh, John.
Oh, John, if you have not seen that video, guys, I'm gonna go watch that
John
video.
Daly.
There's a
That's
video
awesome.
of us singing naked with John Daly on all of our social media, on our TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
So everybody that's listening to this podcast or watching at home, we encourage you all, if you're not doing so already, to follow us on all of our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and you can also watch this podcast on our official YouTube channel. You can find all 4 of our social medias at the Huffer Brothers.
Dude, so we have some questions online. Ryan,
Yeah,
Ryan wants to read them.
So Ryan,
He's got some. And I
Oh, you got
Yeah, we
something?
got
Oh,
two different
shit.
questions.
Sorry.
I promise everybody listening, we will get it together one of these days, okay? So last week I shouted out my email, and I've got some few questions wrote in. I had only one person write in some questions, but this is a very interesting person. So
Don't tell him who he is.
I'm just going to say where we met him.
Yeah, yeah.
So this guy, he's got a really great first name. His name is Andy.
Terrible name.
Like myself.
Red flag.
So we
That's the
met.
dumbest.
We met Andy at an Atlanta Braves baseball game.
Go
we were,
Bravos.
We were sitting in the Chop House in 2021 during the division series against the Brewers,
Yeah.
and we were sitting there talking to him. And he was just like, "Y'all are in a band, huh?" And Lee was like, "Yeah, we play up in Nashville." We had it was our first summer on Tootsie's. Like, we had just started. And so he just sitting there talking to us, and he's got some friends in the music world. But anyway, he said he wrote us he emailed me some questions.
Let me put it to you, and let me speak Andy for you.
Dummy.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Kurt Hambrick. Anyways, so he sent us in some questions, and I'm gonna read them here to you, Lee. How did y'all get started? Which we answered that earlier when we were talking about.
No way you just read that out loud.
He did.
What?
We just went over that shit.
I know, that's
Why
what
would
I'm-
you even ask it?
I'm reading. I'm going down the list he sent. All right, here's a big one, Lee. What did you learn in honky tonk school? Now, for those of y'all listening that don't know, honky tonk school is an entity within the Tootsie's Orchid Lounge.
Entity, that's a big word, Andy.
I know
I'm proud of you.
I know you don't understand, and I know you don't get it. But
I would
anyway,
have said affiliate, but okay.
it is an entity within the Tootsie's Orchid Lounge circuit that if you're new to town and you audition at Tootsie's in their back room on Saturday, they bring you to this honky tonk school on Monday afternoon or Monday mornings, and they teach you how to sing, how to have stage presence, how to play an instrument or whatever. They're basically working on honing your craft. So We were on the circuit how long? 3 years almost?
3 years, yeah. It would have been 3 in June.
How many times did we go to honky tonk school?
Probably maybe 5 or 6 times at the most.
Okay, how many times did we go to honky tonk school to learn?
0 times.
Right.
We would go just to whenever they have like mandatory meetings.
Whenever.
But like I'm speaking, it's not just me. Like this is not just what I'm saying. We've been entertaining since we've been a band.
Yeah.
So, and that's not just coming from me. That's coming from people that seen us before we started playing in Nashville.
We've been entertaining since we were born.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think after every Little League baseball game or everything going on at school, we were always entertaining, no matter
Yeah.
were.
When we worked at Jack together.
Heck, even right now when we work at UPS, I mean, Andrew can contest. I was off to drink you away.
Oh my God. So every time we play Picture at Work by Kid Rock, it's a song, by the way. It's a song. For those who don't know, and it's a song. And it gets to that high part. I was off to drink. And me and Andy, we just yell it to the top. We're off pitch. We yell it to the top of our lungs.
You just keep being a smart butt. Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, you talking smack over there now?
So I want to go ahead and say,
did you ask me the question?
Yeah.
Or did you ask yourself the question,
I'm
Andy?
asking you.
Jesus.
Answer the
It's
question.
the Andy Huffer Show.
Ask the question, Lee, or answer the question.
The only thing that honky tonk school helped me get better at was run a tip bucket.
But did you learn that at honky tonk school or playing shows?
I mean, I consider the experience we got on Broadway, honky tonk school. I never went to one of their classes, but I mean, as the shows went on, like, I would learn how to run a bucket. Like, I would have guitar players that play with other people, and they'd be like, "Hey, man, did you go talk to these people, ask them where they're from, try to get some tip money from them?" Just stuff like that. Like, that's the only thing that I learned on Broadway that I didn't already know.
Okay, so
I can't do it. My eyes hurt. What's the next question?
So he said, what are some of the most important lessons you've learned while on the circuit that you will take with you in your next chapter?
Be careful who you talk to. There's a lot of ass kissers in any business there that you're in. Like, I'm sure that, I mean, your work, I'm sure you got somebody that is terrible at their job but kisses butt.
Always. That's everywhere, though.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I mean, it's just, here's one piece of advice I got. Beware of the guy that always has something nice to say about somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather you be real as hell to me and not like, "Oh my God, you're so good." Like, don't. Cheney Fannin told me, do not tiptoe through the tulips, bulldoze through the bullshit. So, like, there's a lot of people on Broadway. Oh my God, y'all are so good. And I know they don't mean it. They're saying it because they didn't like us because we were on the stage they wanted.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I learned is be careful who you talk to because there's always that person below you that wants to get onto a better stage.
I will say what I learned was becoming more diverse, like in our set list, which all the covers before we started Broadway, 90% of the covers we played on, like before Broadway, were all country. Now our set list is like half country, half rock, and it's great dynamic because especially since we play late night, you start out like the first 2 hours playing country and then the last 2 hours playing rock mixed in with your request and all that and your mashup right dead middle. Dude, our show is killer now. Like it used to, I mean, it's always been okay, but I think our Broadway show right now.
Back in the day, we had an orange bucket with a Tennessee logo on it.
Back to this.
And then we had a red bucket with the Alabama logo on it. Now it's not like that anymore.
No.
I love you, Andy.
A lot of people don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I love you, Andy.
Yeah, but you gotta you forget when you're talking to people. A lot of people listening weren't there.
That's true.
Even though you were there and Ryan was there and I was there, and a lot of people that are listening were there. Not everybody listening was there.
Look what you did, Andrew. You got me in trouble. But no. So I got a question for you, Andy.
Yes.
What is it like? Actually, no, Ryan. You answer this. We ain't heard your voice in a hot minute. About what's it like being single?
Actually, I have a question for y'all.
Oh,
He could
okay.
have just been like, "Yo, Ryan, ask this question."
Yo, Ryan,
But
sorry, I was trying to be
so I
incognito.
do have a couple questions for y'all. The first one is, so on Broadway, what is it like from a single man's perspective, and then a man that's been in a relationship for most of the time? I think all of the time.
I've been in a
On
relationship
Broadway, yeah,
since
yeah,
I've been
yeah.
on Broadway.
Yeah. So, what is the different perspectives on that?
Well, Andy, do you want to go first on
No,
this?
I'm gonna let you go first.
I do know one thing. If you're a single guy, it don't matter if you're on stage or if you're single or not, but if you're on that stage, the girls already think you're 10 times more attractive than what you really are. So, like, as soon as you
Lee's Burger King heaven, but
I mean, there'll be a dang dime come up to me like, "Oh my God, you're so cute." I tell. Oh, I tell.
what it boils down to, girls get drunk and only want one thing, and they don't care what it comes with.
Yeah, they want their cheeks
They
clapped.
want- oh, I was gonna say Lee.
they want hot dog a la carte. They don't
Man.
care what it comes with.
I've traveled the world, Andy. I have traveled the world, and I have not left Tennessee.
Yeah,
That's on the next shirt y'all make.
that's
Actually.
that. Put that on a t-shirt, Chuck.
So, how about you?
Okay, so I thought about this, and this is the best analogy I could come up with. Some people like to refer to this like being married as eating the same bologna sandwich every day of your life.
Does it got
Well,
hair on it?
I don't see it that way. This is how I see it. Being on Broadway is like, I gotta be careful how I say this because I know my fiance is going to be listening to this.
Careful
later.
now, she's gonna beat your ass.
Being on Broadway is like having every flavor of ice cream,
Oh, you better be
There-
careful how you say this.
every flavor of ice cream right at your disposal, but only liking chocolate ice cream. So, no matter all the different flavors that are out there, and I will say this, the
Say that again.
Superman ice cream looks pretty good. But at the end of the day, you know what Superman ice cream really is?
What is it?
It's vanilla ice cream with food coloring, okay?
You're right.
Does it got hair on it?
It's vanilla ice cream.
You're right.
And I don't know about you, but if I have chocolate ice cream in front of me and vanilla, I'm going chocolate every time.
So wait,
because
are you still talking about ice cream?
Bottom line, what I'm saying, I have never met a woman on Broadway that is worth ruining my relationship over. One,
He tied it together. He pulled
Damn,
it
that was
back.
good,
Yeah,
Andy.
yeah,
Because-
yeah.
Andy, that
Yeah.
was good. Yeah.
look, okay, turn the crap off.
Sorry, it's almost done.
So, I love Madison. You know, the way I look at it is that, you know, no relationship's perfect. Everyone who's, I mean, you know that. You and Haley have been
yeah.
together how long?
5 years.
Damn.
Me and
five years.
me and Madison, it'll be 4 years in September. So you gotta take the good with the bad. But at the end of the day, and this is what I always tell myself, is that drunk chick out in the crowd, is she gonna be willing to not only pick up my dirty underwear, but wash my dirty underwear, fold it, and put it up? That's the best way I know how to describe it. Because, you know, relationships ain't ain't always great. I mean, they have their struggles, their hardships.
Amen to that.
You know, Paul writes about it in the New Testament, which I encourage you to go check out, Lee.
I'll write it down.
He said, but you know, it's hard, but it's like at the end of the day, it's very fulfilling and rewarding being in a relationship, and there is nothing that is worth screwing that up.
Man, I forgot.
I agree.
I forgot to tell y'all
agree.
this. So you know, I'm the single guy out of everybody in this camper, and you know, I tried to like stay in contact with girls that I would talk to, and I tried to like pursue something with them. But after all those times of trying and trying and trying, I realized that no matter how good that thing looks, somebody is fed up of that shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing, like, they leave Broadway and they go back home. I'm not saying long distance don't work, because I know you've done it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you were rooted. She's from here, though.
Yeah.
Y'all
yeah.
are rooted here.
Dude, me and Ryan would drive to Wesleyan.
Oh my lord, yeah, that was days.
And
But Lee's still looking the Incredible Hulk ice cream, you know, like he's got when they lay off, you know. He's had a Marvel Avenger character for each day of the week down there.
Man, I tell you what, like I said, I've been to a lot of states, not left Nashville.
So I got another one for you, and I don't know, like, because this might take a while, but why did we change from Double Shot to the Huffer Brothers? Because I mean, I've known Double Shot since y'all were there, and I know the reason behind Double Shot, which a lot of people probably don't.
Yeah. So when we first started the band, like when Andy said this 3 times ago, we were consisted of 2 sets of twins, me and Andy, and then don't throw that nutty buddy at me. And it was Patrick and Ethan Frame. They are my brothers for life. Me and Andy would not be where we are now without them. Shout out Patrick and Ethan and Joel Frame. Joel Frame was the rock of that group whenever we were doing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. But so Patrick and Ethan, they after what 2 years they quit, or was it a year?
1 year.
1 year. They ended up leaving, and so we ended up getting some more guys to play with us. We had Nathan Longwell, Dylan Tipton, Tucker Boswell. Shout out to them guys. Whenever we decided we were going to put out music, like we had some original songs out under Double Shot, but it is unappealing at a record label most of the time. Now, sometimes bands get away with it, but it's easier to go by your name instead of going by a band.
Yeah.
So we got a manager now, and we had a talk, and he even said that we should change the name, because if you go on Facebook and look, if you type in Double Shot Band, there's like 500 Double Shot bands out there, and we didn't want to get in copyright trouble.
Yeah.
So like, me and Andy, we wanted to change the band name for a while now, but
I never wanted a band name. Like, from the beginning, I never wanted to be called any kind of band name.
Wanted to be the Andy Huffer Band.
No, that's not.
The Andy Huffer Experience.
No, that is true. I'm not lying.
You're a liar, dumbass. You wanted it to be the Andy Huffer Band, because I'm like, well, shit. I'm just playing. I'm not playing anything. I figure it should be the Lee Huffer Band.
No, that story. The youth pastor that I was working with said,
blame it on church. Yeah.
He said,
dumbass.
He said it needs to be the Andy Huffer Band. And I said, no. I said, I think it just needs to be, if we're going to have band, it needs to be Andy and Lee Huffer Band. Whatever. So, but that's what, I never wanted a band name. So, because of that reasoning. And look how far, now granted, everything happens for a reason. But I feel like we could be farther right now than what we are if we had never had a band name.
The whole band name thing was kind of catering to the other guys in the band.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't want to leave them out.
The thought behind it was really good. I mean, there was 2 set of twins from Lynchburg. I mean, it was a great setup. But, once people went separate ways,
when I welded at Frankie, the guy that was polishing my work beside me, he was the one that came up with the name. I was like, what do you call 2 twins from Lynchburg? Why not call it Double Shot? I'm like, oh, yeah.
All right, I got one more question for you. So after y'all get all big and famous on everybody, and y'all have the opportunity to work with somebody, of stature, who would y'all want y'all's first feature to be with?
Luke Combs.
I knew he was saying Luke Combs, but Andy, I didn't know who you were going to say.
Beyonce.
I figured you'd say like Chris Tomlin or something like that.
Maybe.
You really would do Beyonce?
No.
Who you know fresher than Hova? Sorry.
I mean, I'd be down for,
Don't say it.
Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs.
Morgan Wallen. I mean, Morgan Wallen is the hottest name in country music right now.
You weren't lying.
Check that. No, it's not. Jelly Roll is.
Jelly Roll?
Everybody is getting featured with Jelly Roll right now.
Jelly is big.
But I mean, everybody.
He is a big
awards.
dude.
Ernest,
that's
Justin Lynch.
That's because Jelly Roll,
Cody
Morgan
Johnson.
Damn it, I'm talking mother. Morgan Wallen got banned from the CMT Awards and the CMA Awards, so
yeah.
That's why Jelly Roll won. The ACM Awards, that Morgan Wallen's gonna take all that shit. I only Taco Bell when I need some flavor. All right, well, Ryan, if you could go back to one of our shows in the beginning, which show would you go back and relive that night?
Wow, that's a good question. I'm not gonna lie. That I think because it was like the first time we had ever even went. I think it was that Prater's show, wasn't it?
Prater's Barbecue, yeah.
I think that was the first time, and we had a huge
Dude,
crowd with us.
We had that cooler in the back of my truck that I welded up at work.
Yeah, Mr.
And all,
Prater.
the girls
like
wasn't
that.
21 yet. He did not like
He
that.
was not a fan of that.
He's like, y'all taking business away from. I'm like,
No, we're
we
not,
Want the hot
sir.
girls we want the hot girls to drink, man.
But no, probably that show because we had a bunch of people back in the day, especially that were like, we were all buddies. We all
Yeah.
hung out. We all had a good time. You
Really
know?
close.
Yeah, and then people go their separate ways and do their own thing. But man, I wouldn't trade that time for nothing. That was awesome.
Me either, dude.
And that was probably one of the shows that sticks out the most because we had so many of our people there.
Yeah,
definitely.
We had. Cause I remember we were close with, the softball team.
Yeah.
We had Lacey and Alyssa,
Yep.
6'9", Kobe.
Yeah.
And like that group, it was a lot of fun. That
We had a
summer.
ton
What was
of
that
fun.
summer of what? 18,
19.
19. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's the next single coming out, right? Summer. Of
It was the
19.
summer of 19. Whoa, she was only 19. Sorry. Well, Andy, you want to close this out in prayer?
I've actually got a Bible verse to read real quick. So at the end of every show, I'm going to start doing this. And this is this is out of the book of James, Lee. Are you ready? This is James 5:12.
Like James Caudill at work?
No, like the book of James. You
Oh.
ready? James said, "Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear."
Why in the heck did you
Not by
call somebody out? Why don't you?
Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven, not by earth, not by anything else. All you need is a simple yes or no, otherwise you will be condemned.
Yes. Thanks for that, Andy.
I'm just poking fun at you, Lee.
Yes. Well,
Hey, we can swear that the AC was not turned on.
I'm going to get biblical here. It was
this
hot as
camper
hell
did
in
not.
here. All right. Well, hey, Ryan, appreciate you coming.
Appreciate you boys
We
for
want
having
you
me.
back, dude, like quick.
Yeah.
Like next week.
Yeah, we might figure something out.
We got to find a better seating arrangement for this.
Maybe somewhere with a fan.
But yeah, all right. So
Episode 2, that's it.
I'm Lee.
And I'm Andy.
I'm Ryan.
If we don't see y'all sooner,
We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.